the doctor suddenly discovered something strange. This was clearly a restaurant with 17 guests, but the surroundings were eerily quiet. Those people kept putting their knives and forks to their mouths, and then put them down mechanically. The doctor reminded Clara that the people eating in the restaurant were not breathing. Clara was frightened, just when they wanted to leave quickly.
We can take another look at the menu.
At this moment, a strange man suddenly came to their side. Before the doctor could say anything, the man turned on a strange instrument and began to recite silently.
Spleen, brainstem.
Is there a lot of demand for those?
I don't think that's what's on the menu.
Then the doctor found that the man's face seemed to be a little bit wrong. He suddenly tore it apart, and under the man's face was a mechanical face. At this moment, the doctor and Clara were suddenly trapped. The seat began to drop continuously, and there seemed to be more robots below. According to the doctor's observation, this should be a spaceship, and these robots seemed to be dormant. Suddenly, the doctor noticed the robot in the middle, and it seemed that he was the leader here. The doctor suddenly found that the two palms of this person were obviously different. He seemed to be collecting human flesh and then slowly transforming himself into a human. However, the flesh would always decay, so he needed to constantly collect flesh and renew himself. At this moment, the robot suddenly moved, and the doctor and Clara were immediately startled. The doctor said that he seemed to be waking up and maybe they should leave, but just as he was leaving, the doctor seemed to remember something. He seemed to have seen this situation before, but because of the regeneration just now, his memory is still very confused. At the same time, the robot was slowly waking up. Clara hurriedly pushed the doctor away. Just as Clara was about to leave, the door suddenly fell.
There's no point in them catching us both.
Oh, give me the screwdriver.
I might need it.
Just as Clara was in disbelief, the doctor who had never abandoned her actually ran away. Clara suddenly felt at a loss, but soon she heard footsteps. It was the robot. Clara quickly posed like the other robots to disguise herself. At the same time, she remembered what the doctor said.
How long can you hold your breath?
At this moment, the robot began to observe Clara carefully, but because she was not breathing, the robot thought that Clara was also a robot. Clara began to endure the suffocation in her lungs and slowly moved to another passage. However, before she took a few steps, Clara despairedly discovered that there were even more robots here. But at this moment, Clara had reached her limit of endurance.